Good morning, Todd from Walnut Ridge Service Department. It is Video Friday. I'm going to touch base on a couple things, and we've been getting some phone calls, even newer units. I'm not going to say brand new, but ones that are a few months old, so technically still within their 1-year manufacturer warranty. Issues with entry doors, having to slam them, and they're not wanting to latch. So first thing I'm going to touch base with, this is an older unit, but I wanted to pick one that had a keyless entry lock on it as well. Obviously, you can override that with your key, but first thing I'm going to touch base with, you're going to close your door. And this one is closing properly, but like on the new ones that I was talking about, some of them you could be slamming them, and they do have friction hinges, so they are a little bit stiffer to close. But some of them you could slam this thing, and it just will not latch. So what you want to do, and even on new ones that are a few months old, just because it's sitting out in the elements, so you want to get some penetrating oil. You can use WD-40 PB Blaster, but typically we just use penetrating oil here at the shop. Want to spray this up in here, sit here and work this lock back and forth, because this is what's happening. This is getting gummed up. So when they go to close this, slam it, it's not disengaging all the way back. So then therefore it's not catching the striker plate and not allowing the door to close. So that if it was me, I would carry a bottle of PB Blaster, WD-40, or penetrating oil. Just spray this in there, work this lock mechanism back and forth, and then you should effortlessly be able to close that door. So that's the first thing I'm going to touch base with on these entry door lock assemblies. Second, why I chose this unit is because it has it is an aftermarket, not a factory installed keypad, keyless entry. Some of them have a key fob remote. Always just replace your battery once a year on that key fob. If it doesn't have the key fob and you're going straight to the keypad, and say you don't have your key with you, which this is the few calls that we've had that they didn't have their key with them. Husband may have been out, wife's at home, he's on a trip, he doesn't have the keys. He uses his key, relies on that keypad. Doesn't have a key fob. Goes to enter it in, it's not working. Well, there's a battery in here. Just every year, just like your smoke detector, replace that battery in there. Same if you have the key fob, just like on a lock and unlock on your car or truck or SUV. Just every year, just mental note, just change those batteries out so you don't have any issues, because especially with it sitting out in the elements, I mean, could get a little bit of moisture back behind here, because these are not airtight, watertight 100% by no means, and that could mess with the contacts, corrode that battery, and then therefore you are not getting in your camper. Also on your compartments, same way, these tumbler locks, they're relatively inexpensive. So with that being said, and they're out in the elements, you just want to take your key, or you can take your fingernail, push down on the lock, shoot some penetrating oil in there, put it on your key, work your key in there, wiggle it around. It'll keep that tumbler nice and lubricated, because we're getting a lot of calls on that. Ones that are 6-8 months old, just with these tumbler locks, that they do get gummed up, and it will cause you issue. You could end up breaking the key off because you're trying to force it, thinking the lock's just stuck, and then you bear down on it and your key's broken off inside, and then you are replacing that lock. One, you couldn't get in your storage compartment, and now you're bringing it into us to replace that whole lock assembly. And unfortunately, if you break your key off in there, we can try to get it covered under warranty, but typically the manufacturer, once that key breaks off in there, they're not going to cover that. So I hope these few, just minor tips will help you folks out. Have a great day.